We were talking to Coach Pack and even Brian after the game, just at halftime, the mood in the locker room, there was no panic. It was just, y'all just kind of had to keep going at it. That second half kind of showed, y'all basically stopped Nevada on 5 consecutive possessions. Just what was it about that defense, that no panic in the locker room that helped y'all?
I mean, really, when we went to the locker room at halftime, it was more like it was just everybody was cool about it because we know how electric our offense is. Like, you seen we put up 77 points. Like, it was no panic. Coach Kenny was chill. Like, everybody was chill. It was no panic. It was just everybody was calm. Like, we know what we can do as a defense. You feel me? We do it every day. So, I mean, it was just relaxation.
And what were the challenges that Nevada was kind of giving y'all?
Just really, it wasn't really like anything challenging. It was just the quarterback. We just had to find a way to get the quarterback down. Like, we just had to start faster. I feel like we went into the game just lackadaisical and stuff, so we just had to start faster.
In football, it's always about that complementary play. Defense gets to stop, offense gets to score. What is it about that relationship? I guess improving that, making sure, when the defense gets to stop, the offense gets to score.
I feel like once we got some stops, I feel like the offense just really got electric. You feel me? Like, I feel like with Coach Kenny gonna take his shots, and when he take his shots, we got playmakers. We got Joey, we got Donley, Ashton, Cole. Like, we got some dogs out there. So I mean, y'all seen what Ish did last week. Like, we got some electric players. So I feel like we just all feed off each other.
I've heard Alonzo and AJ. Do you have a preference for your first name?
Alonzo, if you add the junior, because Alonzo Edwards is my dad, so I'm Alonzo Edwards Jr. So, but a lot of people back at home just call me AJ.
Okay, so AJ unless Alonzo Edwards Jr.
Yeah,
got it. This 4-2-5 defense, 3-3-5. It's got a bunch of variations. How reliant is this defense on the play from the DBs, that man coverage, especially you at that star position? How important is that? And what's that like adjusting to that man coverage?
It's like, I feel like with how we play our defense and so much man that we play, like, we can trust our corners. Like, when we're blitzing, we know, like, everybody's going to fit the right gaps. I feel like with just our D-line, like, we got a dominant D-line. Our linebackers, we got Brian Holloway, Dan Foster. Like, we just all trusting each other and we all on one accord. So I feel like it makes everything a lot easier.
You at that star position. What would you say your main role is there? Are you more of a DB, a linebacker? Do you bring the pass rush, or you do it all? What happens?
I feel like I'm more like, I think I'm just in between. You feel me? Like, some weeks I might be a DB, some weeks I might be a linebacker. Hey, you got to do what you got to do to win.
One of your teammates at that star position, Caleb Coleman. We see him with that big club. Gets real feisty with it sometimes. What's it like playing with a guy at that club? And does he have to wear that to class and stuff?
To be honest with you, he told me he didn't want to play with it, but they're making him play with it on. But Caleb was a dog, like, he playing with the club on, still making a lot of plays. I feel like Caleb's one of those players. Like, if you let him play, he's gonna make a lot of plays.
It's a pretty vocal DB room all around. Josh Eaton's a pretty feisty guy as well. What is it about this group? A lot of confidence with y'all, it seems, huh?
I feel like just our connection. Just like when all the new guys got here, I feel like we just all clicked so well. Like, Josh wasn't a new player that came in and he was just by himself. He was a new player. Like, he was texting us. He made a group chat with all the DBs first day. Like, it's usually vice versa. Like, we'll make the group chat, add them, but he made a group chat with all of us. You feel me? And he just added us to the group chat, and he was the first one to really just introduce himself, and we just all got along after that.
Notorious Spears for the rest of the season. How big is that for the safeties?
Man, that was a huge letdown. Well, not really a letdown, but just like, Tor is like one of those leaders in the room. Like, he doesn't have to say much. His actions are always gonna show it. Like, you see, he had the pick. He had the big tackle against Jackson State. Like, he's always gonna make plays. Even since last year when I first got here, he was like one of those players that always made plays and really didn't have to say too much.
There's that mentality of next man up. Just what does it mean to you, in that, especially in that entire DB room, especially with Torrey out?
Next man up, I feel like it's really important because you never know what can happen. You feel me? It's life gonna go on. Like, you never know what can happen. So Torrey just doing what he did and having an injury, you didn't expect it to happen. It just happened out of nowhere in the middle of practice, and nobody knew what happened. So I mean, like, just next man up. Everybody in the safety room, in the DB, every position, I feel like we all got good players. So it's really no drop off. So I feel like next man up is really big.
This team's best start since 2013. You're coming off the biggest comeback in FBS history. Just with the confidence y'all have been gaining over these past 4 games, how do y'all take that and attribute as y'all start conference play?
I feel like we just got to let the past be the past, and we're 0-0 right now. Like, we're going to Southern Miss, like, we back at home. Well, back at my home. I'm from Mississippi, so, I mean, we got to go in there, and we just got to do what we've been doing, and just dominate.
With it being kind of almost a homecoming, what's it going to be like being back in Mississippi?
Man, it's really gonna be good because I'm gonna get to see a lot of my family. Like, I'm gonna get to see my cousins, my aunties, my uncles. I'm gonna get to see everybody. I ain't seen my mama in a long time, so it's gonna be good to go back home.
It's early in the week, but have you gotten to see any film on Southern Miss offense, and what are you anticipating from them?
They're gonna do a lot of run game through Frank Gore Jr. Like, I feel like he's the main piece to Southern Miss's team. Like, they got some good outside receivers. I know I played against a lot of those receivers when I was in junior college, but I feel like their main priority is to get Frank Gore the ball.